fam, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Wanderlust Wealth Show. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about not letting things that are out of your control completely derail your experience. So for the series, I really wanted every episode to be like outside, either in the mountains or with a pretty backdrop, super vibey, And Seattle weather said no. Seattle weather said, I'm going to be really cold and rainy so that you cannot be outside. And for a second, it kind of just like stumped me. I was like, am I going to keep doing these daily videos? I don't know. But then I remembered, no, I really want to do this daily video. Honestly, it's been so fun for me, which is weird because if you've watched the first video of this, the reason I even started this series was because creating YouTube videos started to feel like a chore. So the fact that I'm actually like finding this to be fun is already a good tick. But then I also thought, okay, how can I still kind of make it at least a little bit vibey so it's not just like a blank wall in the back? So as you can see, added flowers, added this tree behind me, have some natural light. Good enough. We're good to go. This isn't going to derail everything. And then it's just spurred me creating this video. And that's another plus because this is a topic I hadn't even thought or considered talking to you about. So I'm just recording it after thinking about it a few minutes ago. But yeah, so don't let something that is completely out of your control ruin the journey and ruin the experience. I remember just last week, I went on this hike and I was so excited about this hike. It's called Rattlesnake Ledge, just about 30 to 45 minutes outside of Seattle. And the views are stunning. It's this big, beautiful lake. And if you know me, like, mountain lakes and having a beautiful view is like my love language. And so I wake up super early that day, drive the 45 minutes, get to the trailhead, and it is so foggy, like so foggy, so dense. I already know at this point that I'm not going to be getting any views. I looked at the weather and it said it might clear up by like 10 or 11, but I could tell, when you know, I could just tell this wasn't clearing up. I wasn't going to be getting any views. So I started hiking, and this is the first time that I had hiked in months. So my legs are just, feeling kind of heavy, taking their time, and it was super cold. And I have like problems with blood flow to my extremities. So my fingers and my toes and my hands and sometimes my butt gets super freaking cold, like ice cold to the point where it's painful. And so I'm hiking knowing that I'm not going to get a view out of this. The weather is going to stay crappy. But instead of turning around, I was like, okay, I'm already here. What are the benefits from actually doing this hike? I'm going to get a workout in. I'm going to feel pretty good. It's still very verdant, right? Super green out. The trees are luscious. And it's just some time away from the computer, away from work, away from the house, and time being outside, which is something that I absolutely love. And so I just finished the damn hike. I did the whole thing. No, I didn't get the most incredible views, but it also proved to me that I can do it, right? That even if the weather isn't perfect and the conditions aren't perfect, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can still complete the task and you can still do it. And a lot of times whenever I see someone who is trying to get started investing in real estate or get started on a side hustle or a business, it's always because the timing isn't right or because it's not the perfect conditions. You literally never know when the perfect conditions are going to come. Like, they may never come. And is that going to stop you from actually reaching your goal, or are you just going to power through and keep at it? And so the funny thing is I actually repeated this hike 2 days later, and I was able to do it so much faster because it was sunny and blue skies, and because I'd already done it once, so I kind of already knew what to expect. But the thing I want to point out there is that even if it doesn't work out the first time and it's not perfect, go back and do it again and see how much better you're going to do it and see what you can accomplish this time. Because I know it's cheesy, but really, it's all about the journey, not necessarily the destination. Because there are some factors that you are just never, ever going to have control over. Literally never. Like the number of followers you have or how much money you're going to make from your business this year. Like, these are external factors that you don't necessarily have control over. But what you do have control over is your attitude and it's your actions. Like, are you going to persevere or are you not? That's what you have control over. And so yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. And as you know, I end every single Wanderlust Wealth episode with some daily gratitude, because daily gratitude changes your attitude. And I'm just thankful for this able body of mine to be able to hold myself up a mountain. Because if you had told me years ago, like 10 years ago, that one of my favorite activities would be to go hiking up mountains, I probably would have been very, very confused. But somehow I ended up in Colorado. I fell in love with the mountains, and it's honestly changed my life. And don't forget, y'all, life is just way too short to choose clouds.